We first were introduced to helmets through Clark Construction, which is a general contractor that we're working for. And it was very new to the industry. And one of the selling points someone gave us is we spend $200 on our boots to protect our feet, and we spend $80 on a case to protect our iPhone in the field. Why do we only spend $10 to protect our brain? And that made a lot of sense to us, and so we knew that the next step in our safety evolution was to switch to helmets with a chin strap. And we rolled those out slowly. We started with the leadership team. We were fortunate that one of our sites was run by an avid mountain biker, and that person said, not only am I going to wear one, but everybody on my team is going to wear one. So we had a very rapid, organic but rapid growth of the switch over to helmets. One of the great things we also saw was the effect that our switching to helmets had on other businesses, other companies around us. Very quickly, one of our competitors in the general contracting world, we happened to be doing concrete work for them. We showed up wearing the helmets. They soon adopted the helmets company-wide, another large general contractor. So it's been very inspiring to see other people make the switch, and it continues this day. We're not there as an industry, but we've come a long way in the last 3 years. One of the smart things that we did is we started with the leaders wearing them, because it's awkward at first to make a switch like this. And within construction, your hard hat is like the truck you drive. It says something about you. You have stickers on it, and you can get hard hats of different colors. So it's somewhat of a personal item that when you're asking someone to switch, you can meet serious pockets of resistance. But starting with the leaders was important, and then people would ask the leaders, tell me about that hard hat. Why are you wearing that hard hat? And that gave us an opportunity to explain the benefits and have the conversation about why it's worthwhile to us to spend, at the time, it was 10 times more the cost of a regular hard hat to switch over. So I think people soon, you reach a tipping point where soon, if you don't have the new thing, you feel left out. What you see in the video is one of our cement masons who had finished one of our concrete pours one afternoon, and he's leaving the job site, he's coming off the building, and he's going to travel by ladder and make his way over to exit the site. If you look closely, you will see that in one hand he's carrying a short shovel. And so the mistake that this person makes is not having 3 points of contact with the ladder. So the best practice in ladder use is not to have anything in your hands, so that there's always 3 points of contact. But he didn't have that, and you'll see that because of that, he loses his balance and falls backward. And it wasn't that long after we had switched to the helmets, hard hats with chin straps, that this event occurred. The other thing notable when you watch the tape is he's wearing a large backpack. So the cement masons carry knee boards. They have their own personal knee boards, and they carry them in a backpack to and from. And fortunately, it was during the winter, and so this person was wearing sweatshirts and a coat when they arrived at work. At some point, he took those off and put them in the backpack. So now he had a padded backpack, He lands on his back on the padded backpack, and you can see strikes his head on the concrete. And we've had people trip and fall much shorter distances and have had the hard hat come off before we made the switch. We've had some serious head trauma injuries in the old days when the hard hat came off. But in this case, the hard hat stays on. Eventually, the person gets up and kind of dusts themselves off. He got checked out by our medical staff and was back to work the next day with no lost time. So it's hard to say what would have happened had he not had the chin strap helmet on. It could have been a really devastating injury.